Get on home, yeah. Get on home, Get on home, yeah. Oh, yeah. Get on home,
Well, apparently I have our intro on loop. What's up, guys, and welcome to week 4 of the Legends Rivals Series Draft League. Gonna be an exciting few games. Well, actually, just two. Few's too many. 2 is exactly how many you guys are getting tonight, and it's going to be game number 1 being the Falcons taking on the Rhinos. We're just waiting for our friendly neighborhood caster to join us right now, and then we're gonna get things kicked off for you guys now. Hopefully I am not muted this time. Chat, am I muted? Yes. So the big announcement, check out what came in the mail. My Legends Esports hoodie. How fucking sick is this? This is tight. This is tight, guys. Super comfy. I recommend for anyone out there looking to keep themselves warm this fall. Gonna be fantastic addition to your wardrobe. All right. Okay, he's here. Yeah, excellent. We have Overcomer with us too, so we're gonna get this show started very, very shortly. Right before we head on into the draft, just a quick announcement for you guys. All of you joining us tonight, thank you for reading the message and paying attention to this. There is a little fun surprise coming this Thursday. We're testing it out just to see how it works for future splits, but something a little fun that I've been putting together for you guys. So in order to participate and have better chances at this, all you have to do is tune in and watch, and you actually have better chances the more you chat in stream. Crazy, right? What could it be? If you can find the secret command that I've put in there, then props to you. But as of right now, we're not unveiling it until Thursday. But I'll tell you guys all about that on our LRS pre-made league. I believe we are about ready to go. So why don't we bring our other caster onto the bench? Where is my boy? None other than Overcomer joining me tonight. How you doing tonight, buddy?
I'm ready for a good game here.
Hell yeah. We are pretty much good to go. I got to confirm that everyone has the pentacues. Making sure you also have the pentacue. I will send you that. Spectator link. Yes, this is a good draft that I am hearing you talk about now. I mean, with our skills, Overcomer, we could describe the hell out of
definitely
anything.
yeah.
I think.
The real strategy is just waiting to see what they pick in chance select and client.
This is true. So just a couple of roster changes tonight that you're going to see on the draft. So let's give our players the ready as we flip it on over to our draft for game number 1. Falcons taking on the Rhinos, but you'll see Sour Cream replacing Handsome Shinobi for tonight's games, and Roll It Down Mid replacing the Devil's Avocado. So let's see what these teams are going to bust out here for game number 1. Is Falcons getting that first pick, maybe starting it off with a little something spicy, but
Ooh, man.
Yeah, I'm not that surprised with that. Roll It Down Mid with a name like that. How can you not ban Nunu? If you saw his op.gg before, he had a lot of games on Nunu. So rightfully so, an unknown name coming into this roster, probably safe to ban their main.
Yeah, definitely. Why give players their comfort picks on champions when you see how well they're performing in solo queue with them?
This is true. Now I'm just getting word that something's going on with the audio, so I'm just gonna take a peek at that. Sorry about that, guys. Hopefully we can get that sorted out very soon. Just ignore all that, but let's see what's going on. Test. Okay, it's sounding good on my end here. So, maybe just a quick refresh on the browser might be doing it, but I also might just be clipping out. So I'll make sure to keep an eye out for that. Thank you.
It sounds like you're just clipping a little bit, but
yeah, there we go. Test. Bring it down right there, and no clips. How about now? Are we clipping anymore?
Hard to say. We'll keep an eye out for it.
Hard to say, but yes. Jungle bans seem to be the hot.
I like the Jungle Caitlyn ban. Just gonna put that out there. 2 very strong champions currently. Caitlyn. I will also say, just like, if you're a good Caitlyn player, getting the chance to play Caitlyn is not to say it's a free lane, but it's basically a free lane.
And I mean, I think we did see Amastan on the Caitlyn last week, but what's the big one is that I surprised hasn't made it to the bench yet is Awesome Sheep's Jin is still up and available. I'm pretty sure played that the past 2 weeks on on the night, so he's pretty good at that Jin and has been popping off quite a bit. So leaving that one for Sheep to just pick up it's fantastic. He's comfortable on it. He kicks ass on it. So I mean, it's there for the Rhinos if they want to pick it. I don't know if they want to hide it, but I think the Falcons should be expecting that for Sheep this game.
Yeah. You know, if they're opting to ban other players, you know, with the new Rengar Rumble, then it kind of goes to show that they're kind of giving up the Jin ban because they're fearing those champions as a higher priority. So it's going to be interesting to see how they draft their team, knowing that they're kind of taking away specific champions, which in a lot of times you will see teams half banning comfort picks, but also banning those champions that counter their team comps that they're setting up in the draft.
I mean, we are going to see something spicy already from the Rhinos, starting off with the Shen and Hecarim. That is going to be huge for team fights to have the Stand United to drop down on this Hecarim wherever he is, wherever he decides to go ham in. That's just one extra little blanket of protection that the Rhinos are going to have under their belt. Senna, we're seeing quite a lot of Senna in pro play there, and if that is the bot lane for the Falcons coming through, that's a lot of tankiness and sustain for the Falcons bot lane.
Yeah, it's going to be the Shen Hecarim, I think, is a very good combo when pulled off correctly. You know, you can get a mid roam and a Hecarim gank bot lane, and then you think it's only 4 bot. No, it's 5 bot.
yeah, because they're just gonna be popping up everywhere.
We're gonna just out of nowhere just do a casual little 5v2 here. Good luck.
You might be giving them a few ideas here, Overcomer, because talking about making plays happen and getting those members together, what better than a Kled? I mean, you could toss a Sivir in there too and just go absolutely crazy, but
I mean, they still could. You know, what if that's like Tom Kench mid?
But this is also one of the subs coming through for the Falcons. Sour Cream up in that top lane. The Kled is something we haven't seen. We haven't seen this player before. So could be a Kled one trick that just slipped through, got his main into this game. Going to be interesting to see.
This is just Ash picked up for the Shen Hecarim already. That's just a little how do I put this?
Strong. Very
disgusting.
Disgusting. Yeah, that's totally fair.
You know, the Rhinos are basically so far on draft are just gonna be sitting there to charge forward. You know,
I mean, all they really need to round out now is a mid and their support. I thinking they're obviously probably gonna save that mid for last, but Zoe will make her way to the bench. I was actually playing some Zoe recently, super fun and just wild. There's just so many broken plays that you can pull off. The fact that you can pick up all those summoner spells. So respecting Spencer's Zoe, gonna be setting that onto the bench, but also respecting the power from Primus. They don't know what kind of matchup is going to be down in the bot lane, so we might see another support ban potentially here, but the double mid ban here from Rhinos definitely makes sense. Spencer, very strong on those AP mages, those essentially look at you the wrong way and you're off the face of the world.
Pretty much.
Zoe Syndra. There we go. And I think those are fair.
It's not only how strong those champions are versus like on a player who's good on AP mages like that. Based on their team comp they have drafted, you know, with the Shen, Hecarim, Ashe, you don't want to face a Syndra or Zoe into that team comp. Shen goes to ult, and he can get canceled by a Syndra E. Doesn't even need the orb with it if she's in range, because it counts as a knockback. And then the Hecarim, you know, it's like he can charge in and fear one person, but if Zoe puts him to sleep, or if you have the Syndra ult procced on him, he'll melt before he has a chance to do anything in fights. So
Yep, but we do see the double support band there for the Falcons. So targeting whatever Primus was gonna play, the Morgana Thresh. Both, I don't know. If you ban one, you ban the other. I mean, Morgana kind of counters the Thresh, so a little interesting
Yeah.
maybe taking off both of
I
them.
mean, Thresh Ash is an okay lane.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
But
Oh my goodness. That is going to be big for team
um,
fights. That Zyra pick up the ultis around these Dragon and Baron pits.
Zyra and Hecarim.
She's just a commanding. I mean, it is. You lay down that Ash arrow. All it's going to take is one Ash arrow for the Rhino just to be that's the trigger. Yeah. They pull that trigger and everyone's going to be ready to go. So I'm expecting a mid laner that kind of fits into this comp. Any ideas what you think the Rhinos want to be going for here?
I mean, it's possible they go an assassin. Someone like Zed who can easily dive backline. Just because then you can kind of get there. Hecarim can kind of fear away that front line. So that could be an option. It would be interesting to see something AP, just because right now they are sitting with only Zyra as their source of AP for their team. So it wouldn't be out of the question for an AP mid laner, maybe an Orianna.
That would be bad, but
Orianna, I think, would probably be a really strong pick here. We'll have to see what they choose to opt here. It is going to be going into an Azir, so
that's what I'm going to say. What is going to be a good pick into Azir, knowing that the Sejuani could be floating around here, knowing that the Kled can fly from top lane and have Senna and Tahm Kench fly in from bot lane. So it is the Cassiopeia coming through as the last pick. I think that's totally fair. If they get in your face, guess what? You can shut them down, but it needs to be done properly and timed well, because that Shurima Shuffle and the Bola from Sejuani is going to be very, very scary to handle. We're going to hop into the client's pick and ban to see where the champions are going, but I think we have a pretty solid idea of where everyone is going to be playing their champs. Unless it's something crazy like a Kled support, I can't see that. There's no way.
Not in this league. No. Not in this league. I mean, it'd be fun to see a game where we have a bunch of the players just do the Ultimate Bravery Challenge. But I don't think that's going to be the case here. But I mean, Cassiopeia will need to kind of stay on point 100% though, just because with her ability to kind of, get that stun off with her ulti if they're trying to dive on her, if she mistimes any of her abilities by half a second, she's dead. She has very low mobility, and her only real aid in escaping is being able to ground enemies. But when you have a Kled who's unstoppable, and then Shurima Shuffle with the pull as well towards with his soldiers, Azir can basically just dash anywhere, avoiding the ground, while Kled just runs right through it. So if that ulti from Cass is not timed on point, you're going to be looking at a very sad snake mid lane.
Yeah, that is a complete possibility that Rhinos do have to think about going into this game. I do like this comp coming out from the Falcons. I mean, there's a lot of solid tank here, and if you're talking about champions in terms of recent, Senna being the most recent, but Azir is still pretty newish, do offer a lot of power in terms of this team comp. Kled is definitely nothing to be not nervous about. He can be very, very scary in the right hands. So the fact that they have that bruiser, 2 solid tanks, and then a couple of really good damage dealers too, Falcons have themselves lined up for a really good game. But we've seen Rhinos the past couple weeks. They were 5-0 on stream, did happen to drop a game to the Rattlers last week off of stream, but they're still a really, really solid team. That bot lane is nothing to joke about. The Ashe Zyra is going to be extremely hard to deal with. You get a volley, you get a slow. That's an easy route setup for Zyra, and the rest is just history. But I think both comps here are looking really solid. But in turn, this is tough.
I do want to kind of say the Azir is a good kind of pickup later from that PentaQ draft, just because with Senna being your AD carry, you don't have a high attack speed on your team. But getting that Azir, who's both AP damage and high attack speed, kind of makes up for the Senna's lack in attack speed. And then you get the Senna slow, assuming she goes Glacial Augment, into the Tahm Kench. Like, the amount of CC their Falcons are providing is definitely not something to take lightly from the side of Rhinos. But at the same time, Rhinos can kind of say, you get CC'd for more than half a second and you're dead. So you're almost...
Pick your poison. Pick your poison.
I almost expect to see like Hourglasses and QSS and whatnot coming out from these players. Probably fairly early, maybe Cleanse on one of two of them, just because, you know, you have Zyra, Ashe, like Cassiopeia, Hecker. Like, when you have 5 champions with a good CC, that when you can chain it as team CC and AoE damage as well, with the Zyra and then the Cassiopeia ground and poison, like, if you don't have Cleanse or some way to cleanse CC, you can't really take 5v5 team fights.
No, you can't.
You can kind of look for them if you get that pick in early, but if you're sitting as a 5v5 strong, you will lose that if you get hit by those Ashe arrows or those Zyra roots. So,
well, we're gonna have to leave it up to chat to decide, as that poll is gonna be going live right now. So make sure to get those votes in. Will it be the Falcons winning game 1, or will it be the Rhinos? I believe that is up and live right now. So make sure to cast those votes. We're trying some. No, I saw Noah pulling the poll up on the actual stream the other day, so I'm gonna do that as well too. So make sure to get those votes in. I think I honestly, even with Rhino's performance the past few weeks, I really like the Falcons comp right now. Like I said, a couple of really solid tanks. You have great CC coming from Sejuani. If Senna does happen to have that Glacial Augment, I'm trying to get the live game up, but it does. Oh, come on, show me the runes. It is Glacial Augment. So like you're saying, they're going to have great CC there for the Falcons. I think they just have a really solid comp put together. A lot of answers here for what the Rhinos are going to be able to pull off, but it's going to take smarts. It's going to come down to who's playing these team fights right, who's positioning correctly, because one little step out of line for either of these teams is certain death. So,
oh yeah, the lifelines on these team is like you're walking a tightrope between 2 skyscrapers.
Yeah, it's close.
You go half a step to the left or half a step to the right, and you'll have chain CC upon chain CC upon high damage until you die.
Yep. Yeah. So what are you thinking, Overcomer? Which of these 2 teams are you think it's going to come away with this game?
I'm going with Rhinos, just because we have seen them perform exceptionally well. Plus, with their team setup, they have a bit more freedom. You know, they have that kind of pull the trigger, all kind of 5-man commit to team fights, but also just even for kind of getting 1 or 2 together, you know, get Shen Hecarim together if they can pick off someone standing up by themselves, or, you know, Cassiopeia can probably solo a number of players on that team if she gets ahead early. So definitely a couple different win cons that they can kind of look to play around, and they're kind of free to pick and choose based on how the game is going, whereas Falcons, I feel, kind of are forced to get early leads in all their lanes, or they kind of, I think, just get outscaled late game from the Ashe attack speed and the Shen ulti.
Well, we're going to have to see how this one goes down. 30 seconds left on that poll, but we are loading into game, so why don't we flip it on over there as, it's close. Falcons leading the poll with 1 single vote. Let's get those votes in. Either vote FLC or vote RNO to support which team you think is going to win our first game of the night. But week 4 of LRS, we're starting to get into the mid-season, mid-split kind of section.
The spots when teams settle into their leaderboard slots.
Yes, that's
they're not secured, but you know, once you get to the mid-season, you kind of see teams like you have an established top lane or like top set of tier of like maybe 2 to 4 teams.
Mhm.
Your kind of bottom tier of 2 to 4 teams, give or take, depending on what records are between teams, and kind of even. I mean, a team could have a bad record and still be considered a mid to high tier team, and they just get unlucky. So you
Sometimes
never
it do be
know.
like that. Sometimes it do be like that, but you know, lots of skill here in the LRS, and Rhinos right now at the top of the league, and Falcons right now at the bottom. But I'm putting my faith in the Falcons. They're looking.
Underdog story, right?
That's exactly what I'm thinking. They've got a spicy looking Kled coming through. I'm looking for some greatness to happen here on stream. So we're gonna have this pause for you at 5 seconds, and then both us casters, once we're synced up, will be getting into this one. And do I show them? Do I do a little show? Oh, no one saw that. No one saw that. That's just a hint. If anybody's watching, don't worry, it's coming, baby. All right, paused at 5 seconds, ready to go when you are, Overcomer.
I am paused at 5 and ready for this game to get into action.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Let's get this one going. First game of our Week 4 LRS Draft League. Falcons kicking things off with the Rhinos tonight. Is a double header for the Rhinos, so we get to see them play back to back. So it's interesting because they are going up against the Unicorns next, but you know, depending on how this game goes, can really impact the mental for the night. So Rhinos obviously going to be looking to start things off strong, knowing that they are going into the Unicorns next, which we haven't seen them in a while. They have a pretty strong looking roster.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's always nice when you get a kind of not like a top, I guess a top seeded team is kind of the way to word it, but when you have a top seeded team like the Rhinos in this case, getting that back to back kind of stream game, I think it's always kind of a nice refresher, just to see, so that everyone can see kind of what the league has to offer and why these teams are sitting as high as they are.
Mm-hmm. Well, we do have a nice little 5-point defense from both sides here. Just putting up some defensive wards around the river and in the jungle. But pretty standard stuff from both sides here as the jungle farms are coming. The mid laners are glancing at each other, just saying, hey, how do you do for now? But it's a little bit of a different case up in the top lane as they're already
Yeah, I mean, what better way to start top lane when you want to establish dominance between two wet noodle fights, right?
That's the best kind of fights you want to see. But I don't know if Kled is quite the wet noodle. I mean, if it was like an Ornn or Maokai going to easy life, but
I mean, early game I would call him a wet noodle because he doesn't have really his items or level 6 kind of engage. He's kind of just stuck sitting there, especially if he gets dismounted. So
we are going to see an early Infernal Drake coming through, but Sour Cream almost going to be losing Scarl right there. It's getting pretty close, but now we're just seeing a little bit of trades coming through across each of these lanes. You're going to have to keep an eye on because you know how fast stuff can happen here. It's ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, double root down in the bot lane. The volley coming through from Awesome Sheep, and some really good trading onto the Falcons bot lane. Awesome Sheep. Oh my god, he's ruthless! Look at him go!
Yeah, you kind of, as we were saying, you know, you don't have the attack speed in that bot lane, and Ashe gets free attack speed. So with the combined roots and then add in the Ashe slow, there's not overly too much you can do if you do get CC'd. So
yeah, that is going to be the issue there because having that extra slow from the Ashe, like I said, really nice setup for Zyra, and then you just have more follow-up from Awesome Sheep, and it's chain. That is the definition of chain CC, so I might see that. Sour Cream in the top lane. No Scarl right now. So a little bit of a dicey situation for that Kled as of right now. But we did get results from the poll, 60% in favor of the Falcons, but right now it's the Rhinos having a really good early game, especially in this top lane. We're going to see something potentially come through in this jungle as Karthik going to get the scuttle, but now Roll It Down Mid is rolling it Down mid, not quite because he doesn't have the Nunu, but great poke coming in from Rogue Masquerader. Just to help his jungler.
That's all that counts, right?
Yep.
I mean, it is going to be a fire dragon for the first spawn, so it's definitely something both teams are probably going to look to try to prioritize. I do think that Falcons need to prioritize it a little more, just because with their team having that additional bonus damage, although it's not Fire Soul, that's just free added damage that their champions now have versus a team comp that essentially outscales.
Take a look bot right now as here comes roll it down mid, going on to Amasan, but actually caught in the shroud. He will be the focus won't be on him, as his support will be the one taken out. Salt Spreader taken down, and the kill going over to Awesome Sheep, exactly where the Rhinos want to be putting their gold.
Yeah, I mean, based on their comp though, they don't really have someone who doesn't need kills. Maybe like the Shen or the Hecarim could go without kills, but even the Zyra getting multiple kills in a game like this wouldn't be the worst thing for your team, because that just means she's going to put out more damage, even from a support standpoint.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of an early Infernal, I mean, we see it there in chat. Chat makes a good point there. It's not a whole ton of extra attack. It would be nice to have a little bit of extra, but they need to weigh the options. Do we want that little extra bit of attack, or do we risk it for this dragon and potentially lose a fight when we don't have our level 6s yet? Our Sejuani's still level 4.
I mean, I would say, like, if it comes down to like a full-on fight for the dragon, obviously they shouldn't just contest it if they're going to lose their lives for it. But if they have an opportunity, you know, if they get a pick on the jungle or maybe a bot lane, or even if they know, like, Hecarim, if they see Hecarim topside, it would almost become a free dragon bot side if the Sejuani was sitting bot side at the time.
Well, I mean, we do see Karthik actually making their way up top, so no vision on the Sejuani quite yet, but I'm sure as soon as that set shows, it's going to be a dragon. Yeah, immediately see on the other side of your map. On the mini-maps there, Hecarim going, but right now it is Easy Life in a bit of trouble, getting jumped on. Sour Cream will lose his skull, but the aftershock coming through as well, too, from Sedge will be enough, and it's Sour Cream that picks that one up, and now we see Roll It Down mid starting up that Infernal. Primus joining to help, so unfortunately for the Falcons, this is going to be going over to them, and that just means a little bit more extra damage in the already strong Rhino's hands.
I mean, 4% you wouldn't think is that much, but when you have a scaling team comp like Zyra, Ashe, Cassiopeia, 4% adds up.
Playing the numbers games, that's what it is. It really could. Yeah,
it really
the amount of times we've seen people escape with less than 10 health on this game is actually ridiculous. It's nuts, and that can be the difference.
I actually had that myself the other. I think it was yesterday when I was playing.
Take a look up top though. Look at this. Gonna have to hold on to that. Sour Cream is coming through with the ulti. The grapple will come onto this Shen, and Easy Life again getting picked off by the top jungle duo. Oof.
That's he burned his TP for that too. I don't know exactly, like, did he TP to River?
Yeah, just an unfortunate catch out there. Sejuani still kind of lurking around after going into that top side of the jungle, into that red side of the Rhino's jungle. Sorry, I've got proper terminology for this, but no, Karthik was still chilling right there, and just came back for the return gank. Look where down is right now.
That's that easily Shen gonna be. Oh well, that's a waste of a summoner spell. Handing over free gold to the enemy team. You're now down your TP, so that so now you have Falcons at TP advantage to look for a bot lane play.
Oh, we might just see it. Roll It Down. It's just lurking right now in the back rush here. I don't know if it's quite the safest dive, considering that his bot lane isn't quite 6 yet, but they are. Oh, they're so close here. They go, in goes the Hecarim, and out they go, but that's a big Zyra ult coming down. For some reason, we're zooming out, but one kill going on over to the Rhinos, and it's on to Primus. Quick little dive there, not too shabby at all, and was a few ultis, but they pick up the gold.
3 ultis for one person.
Word?
I mean, in a game when it's kind of slower like this, you know, you don't see kinda high.
Look at mid for a second. The Shrema Shuffle coming through on a Rogue Masquerader, and a big Sejuani ult to follow up, and Amastan from downtown. Let's go. Well played, Falcons. Finding a nice little pick in the mid lane.
Yeah, I mean, when you have a slower game, I'd say slower game, and then they decide to get a kill right
It's
at
the
the end of the
Casper
day.
curse, dude. You say slow game, and we have action everywhere.
But in a slower game like this, you're kind of not like free to use, but it's more worth using more ults if it means securing a kill. But if it was kind of a high action, high kill game, I probably wouldn't call using 3 ults for a support necessarily worth, just because that's gonna slowly make him worth less gold, and you don't have those ults for those carry champions.
Yeah, but like more than worth spelt with an E, as the meme. It's a little humorous to see 3 ults blown in the long run of things. Might not be worth in terms of resources, but a good way to kind of start this one is we are seeing some trading up top. Roll it down is still hovering around here, and we actually see the rotation coming up. Not the blast cone, the vision cone, vision plant, whatever you want to call it. Scryer's bloom. Thank you, Overcomer. That's why I need you here.
Terminology, right?
Yes. I know this game somewhat. Maybe no, I don't. I'm bold for it. What can I say?
What's a game? I mean, I'm Silver 1 caster, so like,
It's all good, buddy.
What is terminology?
Yep. I don't know, but we are gonna see Mountain Drake up in a minute, which means it will be a Ocean or Cloud Soul. Knowing our luck, it's probably gonna be a Cloud, but lower cooldown reductions for Ashe, Zyra, Cass, Hecarim, and Shen. All pretty ideal for the Rhino, so I think they might be looking for that one.
Definitely gonna be something that you want to look forward to, but I mean, Ocean is good for both teams. Cloud, I think, is better for Rhinos, and I feel Ocean would be better for Falcons if they manage to pick it up, so...
Yeah, I mean, if Falcons can grab that Ocean with the tanks that they do have on this team, it's going to be really great for keeping everybody alive. The fact they have a Senna as well, too. Sure, some extra healing. Not a kick in the pants, but Rhinos right now looking pretty strong. The gold lead isn't too far up, but just looking at the aggressiveness style. However, I say that. And look what's about to go down. The roots coming from Primus to keep that Tom Kench off of them is almost a gank happens down in this bot lane. We're going to have to keep an eye on this Dragon, though.
Yeah. I mean, both sides doing pretty well CS-wise. A little bit questionable there on the Sejuani CS compared to the Hecarim at the moment.
Oh, we might have a little bit of something as Air goes rolled it down mid into the back line with that Hecarim. Big Senna coming down from Senna, and now that's a Sejuani all pop down as well too, slowing down these members of the Rhinos, but they find the pick on Spencer, and unfortunately that for the Falcons, that's prio over this Dragon here. It's going to be a little risky for Karthik to go in. Could Blast Cone and Q back over the wall, but Rhino's being really smart with this one. Dragging it out. Here goes Karthik in. The jump on. The smite comes down a little bit too early, and it will... Wait a minute. No, it's good. Rhino secured that Dragon. I thought, I was like, wait a minute. They secured...
Almost.
Yeah. It was about 200 health off. That smite was really early, but the patience from the Rhinos just really showing. Really great stuff from them.
I don't know if there's too much that Sejuani could have done there. Just looking at CS difference, you know, Hecarim having a 30 CS lead this early, like,
oh my god,
that's basically 600 gold higher.
Yep.
That's 2 kills. That's 2 kills worth more just from farming, and Sejuani died from the attempt there as well, which is just going to put her even further behind. You do see the difference between the ADCs, which is to be expected, but when you have a jungle falling behind that far, it makes it a lot harder to not even just contest them, but even just to steal them, just because your smite damage is going to end up being so much less because you're going to be at the lower levels.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate here for the Falcon jungler. I don't know what you do at this point to claw your way back in. I mean, Sejuani isn't there to really be doing this big damage like Hecarim is. Mostly CC, stun up, tank some frontline damage, and get that big ultimate off. However, there is a point when, oh my goodness, Salt's better. Got out in the bot lane. Anyways, as we're going back in the jungle, is this conversation about these junglers is still going on. Karthik just watching as the blue buff is going down. I don't know if this is even worth it. That's a Sejuani. Oh, actually, here comes Kled as Hecarim multi is going to come through. Karthik getting lower and lower, but so is Easy Life, and Roll It Down mid will find the kill on Spencer. Easy Life going to be taking down Karthik, and it is just going to be Sour Cream left, but not really for that much longer. 3 for 0, plus a blue buff here, but take a look at bot lane. Amistan 1v2ing. The bot lane almost finds sheep, but
well, I don't know exactly why you would have walked back that way, Zyra.
oh,
You flashed to get out from the Senna ult just to walk back across in her auto attack range. I mean, yes, Senna did flash for the auto, but whether you knew she had flash or not, she most likely could have just queued a minion to kill you at that when you're that low. Like.
good damage being put down on a Rogue Masquerader there. Spencer looking strong, but yeah, that situation in the jungle, I don't know if it's really worth it for that one blue buff. You lost 3 members for a blue buff. And then the trade is on the bot lane there.
No,
I mean, you do get a little bit of
Sejuani didn't even get the blue buff there.
Nope.
Heck. Like.
No, and even if she did, she wouldn't have had it at the end of that trade.
Well, no, exactly. But like. If she got it, I suppose she would have got gold and XP from it, but like you're going in you're going in 1v2 when the Hecarim's already a higher level than you, and now it brings your whole team there to try to turn because you think you have numbers advantage, and it just gives more gold over to the team.
Okay, we're seeing a few mistakes on either side of these teams here. That will be Sour Cream able to find first turret of the game up in that top lane, and Easy Life again with the TPs this game, not really having a great run of luck right now. He TPs to the tower, but Sour Cream just kills the tower before he comes, and that's another 5 minutes until we get to see that TP back up.
Yeah, definitely a little. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening. TP's fortunate, but like.
We're dying for blue buffs here. What are these teams doing? Come on, guys. You're better than this.
Like, I want to ask these teams almost, like, who's shot calling for both these teams?
That's a great question, but oh, my goodness. A whiffed ult by the Sejuani in the bot lane. That's going to be the Ashdol coming down and roll it down mid. Rolling it down. Well, not mid, but bot. And they find a double kill there. Rhino's just slowly increasing that gap in the gold there up to 3.3k at this point. And right now we actually have a little action. Mid is another beautiful stream of shuffle coming through with Stand United actually coming down onto Rogue Masquerader. Unfortunately using that flash, but the turret is finally traded back on the other side of the map here for the Rhinos as Sour Cream kind of being left to his own devices up in this top lane.
I mean, what can Shen really do? You know, he's down about 20 CS or 15 CS at the moment. You know, kills are even between them, but Clyde having that extra kill worth in gold definitely gives them a slight advantage. So
I mean, you take a look at what's going on right now. He's able to pull Skarl off of Sour Cream there, and on top of that, Rhino's able to get their third Drake at 1735. They're at Soul Point pre 18 minutes. That's insane. As right now, we're actually going to have a little action going up at the top lane. Sour Cream is going to be flashing away. There goes the Senna ult coming through, but here is Karthik to try and take down Easy Life, but guess who is coming from behind? Roll it down mid. Here he comes, a flash from Karthik to try and get out. I don't think he's going to be... Oh, wait a minute. Here's Duncan. Shot spreader just here to make sure everyone gets out to safety. At least the Falcons are communicating well to make sure everyone is safe, but when do you want to be in that situation where all you can really do is run away and defend?
yeah, I mean, I feel if Sejuani had been there a little earlier, maybe. But when she tried to go in 1v1, you're sitting 3 levels down. Like, you're not gonna win that fight, even if he's less health than you.
I just saw the 3-level difference between junglers. That's actually insane. What the hell?
306 Hecarim with a 40 CS with a 50 CS lead at this point over an 023 Sejuani. That's
a 2,200 gold lead. You can see it on the bottom of your screens there on the scoreboard. Oh my lord, that is.
Yeah.
That's almost a whole.
As I said earlier, that kind of begs the question what Sejuani's been doing this game.
I mean, we've seen a couple good ults, a couple good counter games coming through from Karthik, but other than that, but I mean, you gotta factor in Sejuani's not a big farmer, right?
No,
I don't think.
But well, I wouldn't say that. Hecarim, I feel personally should have a higher.
Oh my god, the mystery shuffle, but Nashville coming down, so will the Zyra ult, and that will be. Oh, Karthik saved by Salt Spreader, but I think Salt Spreader sacrificing the body for that one is going to be another kill going over to Awesome Sheep. Amazon hit by that volley, slowed on down, but Easy Life maybe going a little bit too ham as the Sejuani bully coming through. Roll it down, still looking to trade into this one, but the Azir soldiers are pretty damn strong still. Rhino's trying to do their best to defend this one, and Salt Spreader being. That's a good support right there. Unfortunate that he dies, but he sacrifices himself to make sure Karthik doesn't fall.
He's if he's not already, he's going to be more or less at the point where he's worth less gold, being 0-5. So it is more worth at this point if someone has to die, if it's going to be him. So I mean, needless dying is obviously not worth ever. But if him dying gets someone else alive at this point, then it's not the worst trade the Falcons can take. But I do think that Falcons kind of, if they want to win this game, they do need to kind of regroup. Just because you're sitting on Rhinos have 4 bounties. Is that the support being the only one without a bounty, which that is to be expected. Like.
Pick one and put it onto someone you need. The center this year would definitely benefit from this goal, but right now this Hecarim has been such a pain to the Falcons. Always just in somebody's business. Yeah,
he's always he's just there. I mean, when Sejuani's supposed to be a decent ganking jungler, Hecarim's both cleared jungle faster and ganked more than the Sejuani has.
Yeah, he's there to pick off something in the jungle, and then gets there in time for a counter gank. So yeah, Roll It Down has just been playing this game fantastic. Good little substitute pickup here for the Rhinos tonight to fill in for Devil's Avocado.
Yeah.
We are going to, maybe the pick onto Rogue Masquerader as we're going to see the TP actually coming down from Spencer going in. Trima Shuffle, way too short on that one as the Cassiopeia ulti comes out. Here comes a Stand United Easy Life in there to help out, but that bullet from Sedge is going to slow down Easy Life. Rogue is in a bit of trouble. He's going to be taken down, chewed up, and spit out by the Tom Kench, but here's Easy Life in the back line. Roll It Down mid's coming through as well too. Spencer's going to be diving on out of there to safety. Tries to get a turret up, will be able to get it, but drops in the meantime. Easy Life surviving for quite a bit on that back line, but will also drop. Karthik trying to get some big damage up, but that's a massive Zyra ult coming from Primus. Members of the Falcons dropping or super low, ends up being a 3 for 2 in favor of the Rhinos, as this is going to be a 23-minute soul overcomer.
That's
oh boy.
That's just no. What are you doing? Like, I get you're a low team, but I don't know. I mean, but mistakes aside, I feel Falcons could be playing a lot better for the comp they have drafted.
I mean, we saw one great Shurima shuffle come through the Emperor's Divide from Spencer at the beginning of this game, but that he burns a TP and he misses the ult completely and allows Rogue Masquerader to counter ult him back. So really unfortunate on that misplay there coming from Spencer, because they would have had that cast. She would have been dead if he caught her.
Oh yeah, but
again,
Cass just pumps out that damage. You know, she's at the point. completed Liandry's, the completed Archangel staff. You know, if you miss your abilities on a Cassiopeia and you get stunned by her ult, you are dead. Even if it's not her that kills you, the amount of damage she'll pump out will melt your health bar to the point where anyone can kill you.
We're gonna have to hold that thought right now as Rogue Masquerader being jumped on, but the TP immediately answers as here comes Easy Life and roll it down from out of nowhere. Watch out! The Sour Cream is gonna be going down along with Karthik. Nowhere to go is Awesome Sheep picking himself up his 5th kill, and that will be the Baron started up by the Rhinos.
Yeah. I mean, you have a 5-0-10 jungle and a 5-0-6 ADC.
Remember I said pick your poison. Well, the whole bunch of these Rhinos are just devastating right now. There's not really much for Falcons to do at this point. Trying to find some stun from the center, but roll it down is baiting us. Come on, just do it. But Baron, very early Baron picked up here for the Rhinos. They're looking so good. 8k up as of right now. And another turret dropping. So, did I say one? Did I say turret? Might be turrets. Might be turret plural. As top inner is dropping as well. Making use of this Baron buff as much as they can. The flash from Awesome Sheep. Trying to get those stats up to Wild Turtle, but gonna have to use a few more for us now as Karthik is lying in wait right now. Big ult coming through, and this is going to be bad for Awesome Sheep. Taken down by Amistan. A huge ult there. Salt Spider going to get the slow down. The Chilling Smite as well, too. That Sejuani W just going to be going a little bit short, but that is definitely who the Falcons want to find in these fights.
A little questionable. I mean, the flash going in.
I don't know.
Okay, I mean, you're fed. But you're also flashing into no vision. You know, you don't have the bot side warded. You do know that their team is going to be floating around because now you're invading their territory. Like, you can't flash ahead of your support at that point. We've seen them pull off the fights because you always have the Ashe kind of sitting that mid to back range with Zyra basically on top of her.
Oh, Karthik's in a ton of trouble. Jumping over the wall goes Easy Life, and Roll It Down is here to join. The Chilling Smite comes down as well too, making it into the base just with a little tiny bit of health in terms of Sejuani's health bar. But Spencer tossing up the turret, and a big Ashe arrow will not find any purchase. But Rhinos looking pretty damn strong as of right now. Not even 27 minutes at this point. Sour Cream's trying to do his best to get some gold back here for these Falcons.
It's I don't know. What do you like? If you were on Falcons right now, what would you be like saying to your team? I mean, you have a 4-1 Senna, who probably would be doing most of the calling if I was them at this point, because she's gonna be their highest damage dealer at this point. But like, what would you be calling here? You know, like,
I mean, you got to be finding Awesome Sheep out. He is probably the biggest threat and the squishiest and easiest target to pick, as long as they're able to find him out with the Sejuani ultimate. That's exactly what you need to be putting onto him, or even the Emperor's Divide from Spencer. It's a little bit more tricky to find this Hecarim. He is not going to be super tanky because he does have a Triforce first, but that means he's pumping out crazy amounts of damage, and unfortunately, Sour Cream popping the ult to get on out of that one, as actually Rhino's not in the best of spots right now. They're underneath this inner bot turret. The Zyra ulti coming through just for zoning, but Easy Life going to be forced to flash on out of this one, as Roll It Down still looking to go ham. Potentially his Zero coming down, but he's actually chomped up and saved by his Tom Kent. Spit on out as Spencer's going to have to go and reset in the base. Rhinos just continue their push, even though there is no Baron buff, and I still have it up on the stream. Oops.
I mean, I know I kind of mentioned it in Champ Select earlier, but if Rhinos got that lead, they're just going to charge forward, and that's exactly what we've seen on there. They ran under tower as multiple members just for one kill, and it almost killed them in the process, and they just turned around and took tower and just kept being impressive.
Yeah.
Like, they just did not care that their health bars were being chunked away by a tower.
Yeah. I gotta agree with Jack Mortar and chat there. Damn. Damn is right. There's this is a really tough spot for the Falcons to be in. This not Infernal, sorry, this Elder's up in 5 seconds now, and with how strong Rhinos are looking, you have to contest it though, or that's just game. We're on inhibitor turrets at this point in Falcons base. This is gonna be the Hail Mary here for the Falcons. So let's see what goes down here. You ready?
If they can manage to steal, they might be able to get an inner. The mid inner, being the mid outer is fairly low because they kind of can look to win some fights, but I don't think they can really get anywhere objectively just because it's
Oh crap, Easy Life taking a solid amount of damage from Spencer's soldiers as this Elder is going to be started up, and this could be the game here if Rhinos are able to find this one. Elder is going to reset just a little bit here as they're looking to try and go over. That's the Clet all coming in from behind, and it will be secured by the Rhinos. That's going to be a big casualty in the middle of all that action as Falcons are trying to get away from this one, but damn it if the Rhinos aren't just strong as hell. Roll it down, showing his strength. There's the TP coming through for Easy Life, and the Elder buff. Pop, and why not making it third? Pop that Karthik as well too. That's the ace, and that should be the game here for the Rhinos. My goodness, they're strong.
I mean, there's not really much you can do if you can't take out that Hecarim, because Hecarim has a 4-level lead on Sejuani.
That's devastating.
Like the smite difference between the two of them, like Sejuani can go in all she wants undetected, but she can't smite it because her smite doesn't do enough damage.
No, but I think that is going to be the show here for the Falcons. Unfortunately, going to be dropping another game, but Rhinos trying to get themselves a second one. We're not quite done yet. Sour Cream is looking for some more action here. This Nexus is just dropping down as a lot of damage being done, but not in time, as that will be a GG for the Rhinos. Oh, that's right. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Like, how did those teams get I don't know, like, I get that Rhinos are a top tier team, but I feel like Falcons could have played a lot better early. I do feel Azir is supposedly supposed to beat Cassiopeia, especially in that early game before she has her items. And then you have that Sejuani 2 gank with Cassiopeia's low mobility, but I don't think the Sejuani did too much early game, 1 or 2 ganks maybe, and then ignored mid the rest of the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If they had focused maybe mid a lot more, and maybe had the Kled roam once he hit 6, and because you already know Shen's gonna be spending half his time roaming between ulting and TPs and stuff, so you're already gonna end up getting kind of free farm at whenever you want, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So instead looking to roam, choosing to give up maybe 15-20 seconds from your lane, which Shen will give up on his own anyways.
Yeah.
That's now you can now do a 3-man gank on someone who has no mobility, and you can keep her from getting those item advantages.
Yeah. But hell of a game from the Rhinos. Just looking so strong everywhere on this map, as we are going to flip it on back over to our analyst desk after Rhinos find themselves a win in game number 1 and a hell of a win too. They're looking really strong, and I bet they're going to be feeling great going into their next game that we also get to watch, but it will be going against the Unicorns. So guys, we're going to take a quick break, but when we return, it will be game number 2 of the night. Unicorns on the blue side, Rhinos back again on the red side for us to watch. But while we are breaking, make sure to go ahead and vote on our player of the game, who you think deserves that player of the game title. So I just have to change up the jungler and roll it down mid, as we have that option in there now, the sub for the Rhinos tonight. All right, the poll is going to be live right now, my friends. So go ahead, get those votes in, as I want to know who you guys think deserves player of the game. We will be back in about 10 minutes once we have all our stuff set up. So we'll see you guys very soon. Make sure to get those votes in. See you in a bit.
Memories die out too hard. And we were traveling mountains just to find the loudest seas. We set down by the fire, knowing we couldn't hide, but we didn't know that yet. So if you want something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here I am, 'cause I've been laying under palm trees, waiting for the summer, knowing there's nowhere to go. 'Cause I am happy on this island, wanna be my farmland. I don't ever want to leave, I'm in a tropic club. I remember the ocean. Memories die out too hard. But we were traveling the mountains just to find the loudest seas. We sat down by the fire, knowing we couldn't hide, but we didn't know that yet. So if you want something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here I am, 'cause I've been laying under palm trees, waiting for the summer, knowing there's nowhere to go. 'Cause I am happy on this island, wanna be my farmland. I don't ever want to leave, I'm in a tropic club.
Oh yeah, let's get it. Welcome back to week 4 of the LRS Draft League. Gonna be another spicy game coming for you very soon. Few announcements before we hop back into all that action. Make sure to be tuning into all the games this week. We have a very fun little surprise coming for you guys this Thursday. And the more you tune in, the better your chances are with what we got. What Gurf has cooking over here. But lots of fun coming. Rhino's picking up a game over the Falcons. We get to see them again in game number 2, taking on the Unicorns this time. But it is going to be spicy nonetheless. A few big names coming back here. It looks like we will have a fill-in here. I am going to have to change a few things up in terms of what names are here, because we got a few changes. Question mark, maybe. I don't think too many, but I'm going to have to do a little rearranging when we get there. However, before we move on, you guys voted for a player of the game, and it is none other than our caster. Awesome Sheep coming through, going 6-2-7 on the Ash. Congratulations, Awesome Sheep. Great game there. You aggressive ADC. Oh my god, that flash was so aggressive, man. I paid for a little bit, but still overall great game there from our caster. What do you think? Are we ready to get into this one, Overcomer?
I believe we are.
I think we are. So why don't we give our players the ready check, as we are going to head on over to Pick and Ban and get this show on the road for you guys. As let's see, did I get the colors right? Let's see if I color coordinated correctly. Yeah, look at me go. We are gonna have to change up a couple things in terms of player names, as I don't think I think I might have had a slight goof on the roster name, so we're going to have that cleaned up for you guys in a second. But it is going to be the Unicorns with that first pick. Lots of options here when it comes to what you can do with that first pick. No Overcomer? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it goes both ways. You know, when you have first pick, you do have that advantage because you can kind of force the other team to kind of choose their bans, knowing that you have that first pick chance to pick that comfort pick on someone. But at the same time, if you have that last pick, like the Rhinos have in this game, you can kind of sit there and almost comfortably say it doesn't really matter who they play because we can just counter you. So
that is also a very valid point to bring up, but I haven't seen the Unicorns play in a hot minute, so it's gonna be fun to see some of these guys go at it. Juanito Soul still in the lineup, but the updated roster is actually coming through right now, guys. So that is going to be your lineup for the Unicorns tonight. VKC back again, and of course another fellow caster. It's Caster v Caster tonight. Yo,
about time.
Oh, we finally get to see it. Well, they aren't in the same lane, but I'm sure those two are going to have it out for each other in this one.
They are in the same lane.
Are they not?
We have Bam as support.
Wait, we have 3 casters. What are we talking about? We got Van Booper against Awesome Sheep in the bot lane, so we get to see that. And then we have Noah up in the top lane. Juice 420. We got 3 casters in this game. Are we just going to make a whole caster team? I think that might be the plan.
I'm still wanting us to do caster v caster, a full caster team versus full caster team. That would be a game and a half to watch.
Yeah. So
we need to cast it. We'll just stream it.
We'll have some fun with it. But a lot of very big respect bans coming out. We didn't see it from the Falcons, but Unicorn's gonna make sure that Jin is off the board. They do not want to see that coming through again. And actually, Rhino's gonna be back to their full roster now, so we'll also have that updated for you in a second. But Devil's Avocado actually coming back into this one. Let's spell that out right. Devil's Avocado. There we are. And let's fully update these teams here, as Rhino is at full power now, back with their main jungle, but it is the Unicorns that pick up that Shen first, and just a nice comfort pick for juice up in that top lane.
Also takes it away from Rhinos.
That is also true, but I wanna see chat counting along in this game, just like they do in the pros. 1 out of 16, 2 out of 16, 3 out of... It's gonna happen. Kale gets extremely scary as this game goes on. So does Ash. We're gonna see Awesome Sheep returning to what he played in game number 1 there. So a couple solid pickups here for the Rhinos, but Unicorns can respond to the Ash. Maybe something to counter it. But I'm not too sure what that'd be, Overcomer.
I mean, if you have attack speed and you have range, then you're in a good spot. I mean, we see Senna locked in. If that's ADC, I don't know if they go very well. I mean, it is different players, but I still feel Ash wins that just because the higher attack speed. She just has such a high DPS for any spot. If that's support Senna, then they do have a very strong... They can kind of easily turn around on that Ash if she tries to kind of go in with that Ranger's focus. So
I'm just getting pinged by my computer telling me I'm running out of space, which is just fair. I've been just going maybe a little bit too ham. Now we're gonna have to clean that up. Sorry about that, everyone. But the Senna Thresh, that do you like that lane?
Yeah, definitely stronger than Senna Kench. That is for sure. We'll see how Rhinos decide to counter this. I expect them. Yeah, there's this part I was gonna say. I expect them to kind of pick some, not have that way they're not blind picking anything. They could just kind of match. So Ash Blitzcrank is going to be one scary lane for Senna.
Yeah, it is.
Senna can't farm.
I will say this. In my time of in my times of anger when I'm playing support, that is my angry champion, is the Blitzcrank. It's just, if I'm mad, I want to make the other team mad as well too, and a Blitzcrank is perfect for that. It's just they're gonna have those early level 1 cheese options, and it's such a pain to be dealing with that and say, oh, I'm suddenly right in a position I don't want to be because this Blitzcrank hooked me. So Unicorn's gonna have to be careful.
You have the Thresh, and then at level 6 you'll have the Shen ult if you do get hooked. But a Thresh Lantern, as helpful as it is, isn't that reliable if it's in the middle of the team, because they can either just stand on top of it, or if they just place a ward or something right on top of it, right when you are kind of nearing it. You can't get that auto attack off because they can just put so many clickable things right on top of the ward. So definitely gonna be an interesting choice to see how they prioritize the Lantern.
We do see a couple of target bans at Rogue Masquerader again, but the Karma Graves coming through for the Rhinos in their last couple of bans here. I get the Graves. I mean, you could still potentially pick Karma mid, but at this point, I think the top and the support have been covered, so I don't know too much. And a little shaky on that Karma ban, but nonetheless, they have a trundle for Devil's Avocado. And
I mean, if Chaotic, I'm not looking at his match history, but if he has Karma mid games, then maybe. But I kind of agree with you. That's kind of a iffy ban there.
Yeah, a little bit of an iffy one coming through, but
just a little
bit of iffy. We will see the Hecarim pick up here for VKC. Were they watching Falcons by chance? Because that's three of the same pickups here from the Falcons roster. The Shen was for the Rhinos last game, but the
Shen Hecarim was on
the other
Rhino.
side, right? Okay,
but
my math
but then you have the Senna Rise also together. It's just a support difference.
What is that? What the hell is that? The Rumble pickup? I'm sorry. Where is that?
Rumble Rumble mid. Unless it's Kale mid, Rumble top, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna go Rumble mid here.
Oh, that is gonna be spicy to watch. All right. Good luck to both our teams as we are gonna head into the client to see. I mean, it's mainly to see where the hell Rumble and Kale are gonna go. That's really the main thing here. But yeah, let's see. I'm truly interested.
Yeah. It does sound like you're
Uh-huh.
clipping a little bit there, Gurf.
Oh.
I think it's just the loud when you get that kind of over loud shout is when it
What?
kind of starts to flip a little
So
bit.
when I'm like shoutcasting, oopsies.
Yeah,
Oops.
when you're doing your job, it clips, and when you're just casual chatting, you're fine.
Excellent. Maybe I take a put a little bit of space between me and the mic. I don't know. But no, this is it's an interesting comp coming out. I really like Rhino's comp. They are gonna have to scale really hard in order to make it do exactly what I think they have planned here, which is get Kale to level 16 and just raffle stomp all over the map.
I mean, I think they just win at level 16. You know, they don't. There's not unicorns don't really have the team to kind of dive in and burst the Kale. You have the Hecarim Shen, but you're against the Trundle. Like Hecarim tries to go in, Trundle just has to pillar, and he's gone. Then Azir tries to dive in, and he's diving in by himself to a whole team, and that you now have that Rumble, so you're diving in point blank into a flamethrower. Like,
Yeah, it's a strong comp coming through for the Rhinos. I mean, not to take away from what the Unicorns have, they do have some good synergy that can come through with, Senna ults paired with Hecarim when he dives in. The Stand United from Shen is always an added bonus to whatever team is able to pick him up. In terms of raw damage, the Rhinos are going to scale on this really hard. We did see just at the end of that last game, Spencer's Azir starting to pop quite a bit, but there just wasn't enough time and enough space for him to really get going on that Azir. Maybe we see a difference here with JS Chaotix Azir. I'm hoping so. I'd like to see a big Azir come through in one of these games.
I mean, you do have multiple. You do have 2 Dragons members from previous split, and we know how well Dragons performed last split. So hopefully, they can kind of get the ball rolling. You know, if Azir gets fed early game, he kind of just takes over the game, especially in this lane. You know, he's against a Rumble, where although Rumble is pretty tanky and can put out a high DPS, Rumble needs to be basically point blank to put out the highest amount of damage, whereas Azir can basically sit back at caster minion range and still put out the same amount of damage Rumbles would normally be putting out. So
Yeah, it's a little bit hard to read, but I mean, after the game that the Rhinos just came off of, they look so friggin' strong as of recent. But with our spectator delay coming up, we are going to get that poll going for you guys. So make sure to vote for who you think is going to win our second game of the night here. Will it be the Unicorns to get the upset over the Rhinos, or are they just going for a 2-0 night? What are you thinking here?
I'm gonna probably give it to Rhinos. You know, we saw Awesome Sheep's performance on the Ashe. They do have the Kale power spikes, and then as well with that Trundle pillar, and you have the Blitzcrank pulls to kind of separate the team members. And then if you get a Blitzcrank pull into a Rumble, like if they're sitting on top of each other, it's just you're just dead if you get pulled. You don't have time to react. So
I mean, there is that too. If we're gonna look at some real numbers here, one team has 2 casters, the other team has 1 caster. However, I think Awesome Sheep is louder than all of us casters combined.
oh, definitely.
So
He's a hype and a half machine.
oh, I know, and to have that kind of energy on a team is definitely a perk for the Rhinos here. So I'm interested to see how the casters fare against each other in these games, but Rhinos is looking so damn strong. I would love to see a team give them that kind of competition. It's unfortunate we didn't get to see their game against the Rattlers last week. That was off stream, but that's where they actually got their first loss handed to them. We'll see if Unicorns can give them another. quite possibly they do have a pretty solid team coming here, but they need to keep up with the Rhinos because all they're going to be looking to do is scale, 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 scale. And once it gets to a certain point in this game, aka level 16 for Kale, it's going to be very, very difficult to deal with that.
Yeah, it's definitely, I guess unicorns, you could call them kind of playing on a clock. Not that Kale is unkillable, it's just you kind of need that thresh hook to land on the Kale, and you need to be able to kill her in about half a second, which with the Senna ADC is a little bit harder because there's not that high attack speed, and her damage isn't quite as high as something as like a Jin or maybe like an Aphelios type champion would be. So you kind of have to you have to add on the Shen taunt, you might have to add on the Azir, you might even have to 5-stack the Kale just to burst her fast enough before she has that chance to get her ult off and get that kind of exalted wave true damage. Because in a team fight, if you don't lock her down, her wave damage will just melt your health bars, and then you have the Ashe and the Rumble kind of AOE just picking up and cleaning off those kills.
Well, that poll is going to be closing. I will give you guys another 15 seconds, but right now looking like there's more Unicorn fans in the chat than there is over the Rhinos. I'm just going to add some fuel to the fire there and toss one there for the Unicorns. Give them another one. But here they come. Another one for Rhinos. Oh, look at you. I see you there. I see you there in chat. All right. 10 more seconds, guys, and we're going to get closing this one up as we are about to head on to Summoner's Rift for our second game of the night. And we'll give it 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that poll is closed. No more votes coming in. And it will be the Unicorns that take it 4-3, 57% of the votes. But it's time. It is time to head on over. Just catching it in time as we flip on over to our live game. Let's see if I actually did this right. Excellent. Just hide a couple of those buffs. Those haven't been taken yet. However, it's time for game number 2. Are you ready, Overcomer?
I'm ready.
All right, paused at 5. Counting down. 3, 2, 1. Let's get going into our second game of the night. This time, Rhino's taking on the Unicorns. They are not 1-5. They are 2-4 as of right now. So I will get that changed up momentarily, guys. It's a bit of a tricky situation when I've got.
Are they doing a 5-man invade top?
Yep. I believe so. I believe that is. What
and
is
you
it?
have
That's the level 1 cheese I was talking about.
And you have the 2 member. You have Thresh and Senna sitting bot lane. So that's I don't know. They're not gonna be there in time.
Oh no, they're not gonna do Noah dirty like this, are they? Oh, he's running. He knows what's coming, and he does not want it. Totally fair, because that feels so bad when you're clobbered by a Blitzcrank hook early in these team fights. In my
having to early burn a flash just because you get hooked by Blitzcrank is not something you want.
No, that sucks pretty hard when you're on the receiving end of it. Feels good when you're able to pull something off like that for your team and put the other one behind. However, I think they were slightly aware of that coming, so luckily enough, Noah is keeping heads up on that, making sure not to get taken down. Awesome sheep busting a couple of moves for us here. Very beautiful. Very, very nice on the high noon passes. We are now into this game.
I mean, honestly, I feel like they might have had a little more success waiting inside. Yastic probably kind of expected the Hakarim to be on his red, which means they would have had a higher number advantage going top lane, with assuming they would have had that 5 point. But I feel it would have been more successful just because the Senna Thresh have a little less mobility than that Shen. So.
Oh, nice little hook there on the Juanito's soul. Taking some good damage there. Luckily, Bamboo Bird does have the Guardian, but still. Nice early picked up there from Primus, and this lane is going to get rolling as Devil's Avocado actually spotted out on on the Unicorn's blue right now, so he's going to have to get on out of there. Some hooks from Bamboo for not going to land, but Primus with the long one from downtown. The Ignite's coming down, and now the flash in the volley. One more auto will do it. Awesome sheep. Oh my god, he takes out his fellow caster, and we see who's more hungry of the two. My god.
This is gonna be a caster brawl, but and Booper will be on the victim side as being a support. You know, he can't go for those kills when you're playing Thresh. So
that's big XD there is. That's gonna be interesting seeing what those two have to talk about next time they're on the caster bench together.
It's like, you remember that game when I decided to kill you 1,000 times?
Oh yeah, I remember. Thank you for reminding me. Right now though, up at top, what I'm seeing, and I want to see a bit more out of Juice for 20 is that early trading into Kale, knowing that you do have those early level advantages. But right now, VKC is in a lot of trouble. Rogue Masquerader roaming up from mid, almost killing this Hecarim, and now, yeah, go help your Rumble. Come on, what are you doing?
Farming. Getting that getting XP.
Scale. What I did say, scale is the goal here. So that I take it back. Take it back. That's right.
It'll happen, right?
Yeah, it does happen indeed. We'll see a mountain coming up on this map first, and I think Rhino's in a good position. They have Breadside in both games tonight, so having that Dragon Prio has definitely been an added benefit to them. It was in game 1. We'll see if they take use of it in game 2. Is we saw them get to a soul point at 17.5 minutes last game. Pretty gross. Pretty damn gross, I gotta say, but ooh, here we go. Come on, Shen. Let's see those trades. Easy Life getting quite low, but it's a little bit of a bangarang in the mid lane as Primus somehow does not get that hooked. I don't know how.
Riot logic.
Yeah.
1 minute your hitbox is the size of a minion, and 1 minute it's the size of the lane. So
you'll never know. We'll never know. But there goes Shen. Another little trade onto the Kale. It's I don't know. You got to be careful when you're trading though. That's a big minion wave. The cannon is there as well too. So if he does decide to go a little too ham, he's gonna get his butt whooped a little by the minion.
I mean, if he lands the taunt into his Q, he does have his W to kind of block all those auto attacks.
This is true.
But I think he could get the kill, but he would probably he'd probably die after getting the kill from minion damage.
And yeah, guys, I am also a little confused about that blitz hook. If I can go back on this replay after this game, later after the stream, I'm gonna check that out because that looked like it hit, and I'm glad I'm not the only one that I was like, oh, what? So
yeah, it's just classic little Riot games for you there.
Classic spaghetti, El Clasico here for all you viewers at home. I'm not surprised that this game loves to just decide to stop working sometimes. But
it's just letting the viewers.
Hold on, you're gonna have to hold that thought for a second. VKC getting caught out in the wrong jungle, and it's gonna be the Rhino saying, "Listen, you aren't allowed in here. This jungle is only for the Devil's Avocado." And they get him out, stand united there to help out that Hecarim, make it out of that one alive. Luckily enough for him, so nothing else crazy gonna be happening in that lane.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, little unfortunate there. You know, you don't want to be too greedy when it comes to taking your enemy jungle camps, but at the same time, you do want that invade if you can make it work, just because it will put them at that disadvantage when they walk by and think, oh, and then they see it's not there, and they're like, they just become sad because Raptors aren't there anymore. But
Hazzy, actually, thank you for the heads up there. I did have the green screen filter on. I was, you know what? Here comes a super secret special surprise that I'm not quite showing yet, but I was playing with something. I've been playing with something. I'm gonna bust it out in finals for you guys. It's so cool, Overcomer. I've shown you a sneak peek, but really cool stuff.
Yes, you have. Yep.
Oh, it's gonna be so weird. This is literally professional production coming to you guys. Only the best here at Legends Esports, but
What
Like,
what is a league series like this if you can't have top-notch stream to show off the true skills of these players that are playing?
this is true. We gotta see it from all sorts of angles. Hint, 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 hint. Anyway, not gonna be this game, but it will be in the future. As this mountain,
Just a few more weeks. Just a
actually,
few
yeah,
more.
it's a few more weeks. We're getting to week 7 for the drafts. It's getting spicy over there. Not the draft, sorry, in the pre-mag leagues. Holy crap! Some of these teams are bonkers, man. The synergy that they have, but we're seeing some nice synergy be built up between some of these draft leagues. VKC in trouble again as here comes Devil Avocado. Massive equalizer. Gonna do it as Rogue Masquerader finding the solo kill on VKC. And now JS Chaotic is gonna have to dash on out of there. Shuffle on out. And oh, wait a minute. Easy life.
Kale. Kale has range now.
Oh boy, that is rough. The Blitzcrank pull is gonna go a little to the left there. At least we saw that one was directionally off from the one that we all saw go through the 0 last time. But c'est la vie, as this will be the first mountain, the first dragon going on over to the Rhinos. They like playing that dragon game, and it definitely pays off for them, as Death Sentence will not find any purchase down in this top. All right.
Early mountain when you have a Trundle Rumble, and then a Blitzcrank.
Not bad. Not too shabby. Will be Inferno up next, so gonna see an Ocean or a Cloud, potentially.
Same as last game.
Same as last game. Same 2 options left for us here. I said it was gonna be Cloud last game, ended up being an Ocean. And I was about to say it's gonna be an Ocean, but watch it be Cloud, because that's just the way the world of casting works.
You say one thing, they'll do the opposite.
No, I love it. The best I find is when you'll be talking about something or talking about action, and then nothing will happen for a while, and the minute you get off topic, you have everything, every single lane fighting, every single lane duking it out.
It's the biggest caster curse you have. The moment you're off topic, it's like the players just know. It's like, oh yeah, by the way, we're gonna start fighting just to get you guys back on topic.
Mm-hmm. But let's reel it back in for a little bit. Rhinos are up 3 kills right now. They do have a bit of a lead up, I believe, 1.4k gold, I want to say. Yeah, there we go. The numbers are lining up, which makes math easier. So they're up 1.4. They got that early drag, and we're seeing some plating being taken here in the mid lane. So Rhinos, it's still pretty early, but they're setting themselves up nice. Chat, I'm not seeing anybody counting these KO levels, so I'd love to see someone keeping track of that, because you got to do it for the memes, guys. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Look, sir, exactly. So that's couldn't have worded it better, but that's exactly what happens. Is we are in a bit of a bulk, and I bet the players sense that. So I'm sure we're gonna be getting something in a couple seconds here. As the lanes are kind of shoved in here in the top lane, but lots of prio across the board here. Bambooper is going to be in some big trouble here. Pulled back in by Primus, knocked on up, and he's trying to get over, but he's got nowhere to go. The Stand United actually coming down. Caster trying to save another caster, but it will be Primus that picks up that kill. Unfortunately, Stand United does not have enough time, as Bambooper going to be taken down once more this game, and now we see the roams coming through. The Merc Treads, surprisingly not Mobies, but woohoo, Little Dash gets JS Chaotic out of depth. I was going to say depth grasp, but that's an item that's no longer available. And not accurate, but you would have been pretty toast there if you got grabbed.
I mean, Merc's Treads isn't a terrible...
Oh, Awesome Sheep is going for it. The flash, and again, this man is like Wild Turtle Jr. He's looking for one of his soul, but that Senna Shroud is going to be protecting him so well. The Black Mist, sorry, not the Shroud. That's a Cowlight, but basically the same sort of deal, you know?
Same mechanic.
Same mechanic up the top lane. Easy Life trading into Juice 420 as not even level 11. He's still doing this much damage. The camera's going to betray us and just barely missed that one. Rogue Masquerader finding another kill on a VKC. I think there might be a little beef between the The mid lane of Rhinos and the Unicorns jungler. That's twice now.
Yeah, well, you're sitting like, you think you have that advantage, and then you just turn around and just die. It's like, well, okay, well, maybe next time I'll kill him then. Still fairly even, whatnot. No, you just die the second time too.
No, buddy. There's more than you can handle. Possibly, I don't know. He's going to his tower. He might be able to pull off something crazy if he gets a taunt off. That is going to be the kill. Going down on Devil's Avocado, even with the flash. He tries to juke him, but there's the kill in lying in wait, and that will do it. Unfortunately, Shen going to be dropping the Rift Tail coming up, so that will be first turret again for the Rhinos in our second game of the night here. Oh, Prime is going to find another beautiful pull. Bambooper is having a rough one here. The box comes down, but Awesome Sheep will look for it. That's a big shield coming through from the center. Awesome Sheep is going to go down. 180 souls able to find it. So much shielding coming down, and they cannot get through it. Primus now is on the run, trying to get back to his turret, but another beautiful death sentence from Bambooper, and that will be it. A 2-for-0 in the bot lane. Well played by the Unicorns.
They took that losing situation. Like, nah, I am Senna. I have heals.
Bambooper gets his revenge on the Awesome Sheep and says, "Deal with these shields, my friend." I don't think you can quite yet. No completed Bork as of right now, but Unicorn's going to be able to find themselves an Inferno Drift here. What'll it be? Cloud or Ocean? Call it now. Cloud or Ocean? What's it going to be, Overcomer?
I'm going to call Cloud. But it unfortunately, I am wrong. It's Caster Curse.
Caster
you call
Curse,
one,
baby.
the other.
I kind of
Call one and it'll give the other.
It's honestly so accurate. It's disgusting how big the Caster Curse is, but really well done by Unicorns. They're able to get their revenge there in the bot lane and get themselves even in Drakes at this point. It is still pretty early on, but Primus right now getting some really great pulls and able to get JS Kotick out of the dash. The Emperor's Divide there to push Awesome Sheep and to support back. But
it's like, no, it's like I don't want to deal with you.
I don't want to deal with this today. Get out of my face. So gonna pop the ult for that one, but that means it's gonna be down for the next major team fight. But then, I mean, the cooldown's not too bad. It's 84 seconds at this point in the game, which is not bad at all.
Just take a look at CS numbers for a second in top lane.
Oh boy. Oh boy. What's that's almost a 2.3 gold lead right now for Easy Life. And
no.
Yeah, but take a look at this bot lane right now. Maybe a little trouble. No. Easy Life smells something going on right now and backs off before Hecarim can get there.
I mean, Kayle has Gunblade complete. What more does she need? What more could she ask for? 15 minutes.
5 more levels. About 5
Sure.
more levels is what a level 11 Kayle can ask for. But almost level 12 actually. So we're at, let's call it like 4.5. Yeah, no, that Kayle's looking scary. On a great path to what I believe the Rhinos want to have this Kayle be able to pull off, which is going to be those 1v1 situations in the bot lane right now. JS Kotick trying to hold off the Kayle the best of his abilities. Nothing too crazy happening down there.
I mean, I think the Azir is a solid matchup just because the rage from the soldiers definitely kind of gives him a little bit of trade back potential, not having to worry too much of getting in range from the full autos. Probably will catch the end of some of the waves when Kayle gets those minions, but for the most part, he doesn't have to worry too much about being auto to death by the ranged melee champion.
Gonna have to take a look up top right now. Rogue Masquerader getting jumped on. The Equalizer does come through. The Flamethrower being popped, and so is the stopwatch, but it is not enough. That's going to be the kill going on over to that Shen. So well played there. Nice little pickup there. Good gank by BKC. But right now, Easy Life. Take it easy, eh? Frig, man. Holy crap. Like 3 autos on the Azir, and just that health bar disappears so fast.
That's the Kayle for you. 4 more levels, and you're gonna watch everyone's health bars melt because now you'll get the permanent waves on every single.
It's scale is gonna be extremely scary in 4 levels. I don't know what you do about it because there hasn't
You
been
don't.
too much. You don't do anything. But
You
really,
don't.
if you think about it, how much contention have unicorns sent up to deal with this scale in these early levels?
Not really enough. I feel Hecarim probably could have tried to sit top lane a lot more. Similar to last game, how Falcons didn't really kind of punish mid. I feel like the Hecarim could have punished the Kayle early, being that she's melee, and she was pushing the Shen in quite a lot. But had Hecarim kind of been there to get that gank off, and just do repeat ganks top lane, you don't really need the power bot lane because like your bot lane was already doing decent, and it's already kind of I would call it more of a coin flip lane between the Senna Ashe and then the Thresh Blitzcrank, based on who lands on what hook type thing. But why aim to win a coin flip lane when you can just punish a scaling champion and not allow them to get that early lead that they need? So
Juanito's soul able to flash into that one just barely. My God, but it will be another drag coming up in 20 seconds here. Both teams with 1 to their name. Rhino's obviously looking good, playing the Dragon game last game, and we might see a little something bust out here as these teams are starting to converge around the Dragon Pit. Death Sentence isn't going to find anybody, and that pressure coming through on this mid lane. We're going to see Shelly being popped, so here, deal with the Rift Herald as we're going to go ahead and start up this Dragon. Feel free to try and take it out, but Shelly will get the mid lane. We'll get a second charge if left to pull, but talking about pulls, Primus finding another one there, and it will be the Shen ult coming down to stand united on to Bambooper to make sure he stays alive, but this is going to be a spicy fight. Here goes Hecarim, but VKC is not able to find that one. A massive equalizer on the back line as the Shurima shuffle there. Lots of numbers, all those Rhinos getting pulled through, but it does not matter. They're just the stronger team at this point. Juanito's soul being taken out, and it's just JS Chaotic left as Rhinos just sweep the floor with the poor unicorn. Oh my God.
And now you have a 4-0 Kayle with a 40 CS lead.
Yep. Yeah, that's the thing. That's yep.
And Kale's only level 13. Like when Kayle hits that level 16 power spike,
It's not even at its final form.
no, what we just saw will be happening everywhere.
Everywhere. A little bit over here, a little bit over here, but definitely a lot of it all over these big team fights here, as it will be the Baron picked up here by the Rhinos at 20.5 minutes. They have just set themselves up for so much success this game, up 6k gold. They have the tower lead, they have the Drake lead. Rhino, where did this
Baron
team
on
come
spawn.
from?
They did Baron on spawn. I don't know how many other teams in LRS can say they did Baron on spawn.
Yeah, it's not often we see it, but that's one asset of the Rhinos, that they are able to pull that trigger extremely fast, and that just shows great communication as a team. They're really able to just execute these plays very smoothly, and it always 97% of the time they look super coordinated doing it. They are going to be pushing in onto this mid lane. However, that will be Primus caught by the Death Sentence. Going to be popping his ulti as well too, trying to pull VKC back out, but Devil's Avocado going to have to flash on back, and that will be the Senna ult being popped. The members of the Rhinos looking a little low, but they've got easy life, making life easy for the Rhinos as this kill is a menace. Oh God, Bambooper is taking out the equalizer just there for for visual effects, I suppose. It doesn't even matter. Kayle now 6-0. 5 members of the Rhinos shoving into the mid inhib turret with the Baron buff. What do you even do at this point, as Prime is still hunting down members of the Unicorns?
I mean, you can't really, when Kayle and Ashe are together, you don't you can't escape them. You have Kayle E, which will apply move slow, into the Ashe Ranger focus, which will infinitely slow you. Meanwhile, you're being melted by Kayle waves that are coming at you like non-stop. And you just watch your health bar just it. What is a health bar when you're against the Kale Ash? Both who are fed.
It's butter.
Like-
It's butter. It's just melting away. That's you can see it already. Easy life, 14 out of 16 right now, halfway to 15 at this point, and just trying to power farm to get the ultimate spike here. Literally, I bet you Easy Life were just sitting there, just steaming. Just this isn't even my final form. Just ready to go.
Like, just you wait.
Just no, seriously.
A level and a half. Almost there.
Oh god, it's gonna be so
And
scary.
just imagine.
Oh god.
Imagine if they
no.
take long enough and they get the Ocean Soul.
Oh boy. Yeah, that'll be scary as well too. But right now, Juice for 20 able to stay alive for now, able to make it on out of there. But the flash is down on the Shen, which means it's gonna be a little bit of an easier pull there. The Baron buff is gonna be wearing off of the Rhinos very soon. So I think they got pretty good use of it. They got some kills. They got that inhibitor turret, and they safely are getting Kale to 16, almost 15. We're getting there. We are getting there slowly but surely.
Kale still has her biscuits.
Wow, that's is that
Like-
PM? I mean, like, doesn't even need them. Still sitting on those biscuits. Oh my god. Oh well, I mean, it's a learning moment, really, because you can look at it and be like, well, I guess I don't need to take biscuits next time. I play Kale.
Exactly. I mean, if you're in a counter matchup, it's definitely helpful for you. But when you snowball that early, that fast, like,
uh-oh.
I just eat them just to keep yourself at full HP. Like, minion, just get some minion aggro, then eat them, just so like they're not taking up space.
No, Primus is fishing for something right here. So is Bambooper, but neither one of them are going to be able to land those hooks, as it will be another ocean spawning onto this map. We're going to keep that wide cam up for you guys because there is a lot of members in these jungles. Ooh, nice hook on the Rogue Masquerader, played on back, but the equalizer immediately coming through. Bambooper just melted away. And so is VKC going to be awesome. She picking up that one, and JS Chaotic has to retreat back into the base. There are super minions coming in. Juanito's Soul, oh my god, has to flash on out of that one. Only 2 autos to take him down to a quarter health. And a third Drake here for the Rhinos, setting themselves up a point. I don't know if it's even going to get to Dragon Soul this game.
Yeah, I mean, most likely wouldn't, but just imagine, you have Kale with the Gunblade, Rage Blade, Nashor's Tooth,
Oh, she
and
has a
then
full
you
race
add an
finish.
Ocean Soul into it.
Oh, but we're trying to defend this one. It's going to be Juice 420 going into this one. The Emperor's Divide to try and shove these members of the Rhinos off the spot and inhibit a turret, but no such luck right now for the Unicorns, as Rhinos just showing how damn strong they can be. Primus getting that thresh hook, but you don't want to take that one. You don't want that.
I mean,
I wouldn't want it.
Kale's almost 16. We don't have, not to give a full countdown on it, but she's on that final run of XP before it's like, who needs level 18 Kale? Just hit 16 and you win.
Really.
You don't need 18.
Just a little over halfway there, but it is going to be VKC actually looking for it. The flash coming on an Easy Life, and now bumped on back into the rest of the team. The Sentinel comes out, but so does the kill. Oh, Primus is here to try and help out Easy Life, but being dived on so many people, it doesn't matter because the Rhino's just going to turn it around. The flash actually coming out to save Bambooper. Not quite, as he is just going to get locked down and chunked away. A flash volley from Awesome Sheep. I mean, that's like the third flash volley. Does not matter. We're going to come back to that one now as the Equalizer actually dropping on down. Rogue Masquerader burning away the poor Shen, but it will be Easy Life picking up another kill for themselves as Rhinos charging into the base. Kale will shoot. Yep, gonna hit level 16. Come on, just do it. Just do it so we can see the numbers come through. Prime is still fishing for some kills, but I think Rhinos is gonna put another nail in the coffin right now as JS Chaotic manages to make it back into the base. That's going to be the hook coming through. Death Sentence is there. The box coming a little bit short, but BKC looking for some damage on the back line, but Easy Life chipping away at this turret along with Rogue Masquerader. GG's the Rhinos. They find themselves another win tonight. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Easy Life was 10-0-3.
I think it's going to be an easy vote for player of the game. I don't know about you. But
Yeah, that's you know, going when you go against the Kale, you don't want her to get that many kills without dying. You know, if she was like 10-10, maybe wouldn't be as bad.
Frig, look at the
But like,
damage.
yeah, it's just
Oh my god.
yeah, you can't allow Kale to scale that freely, especially when you're such a powerful jungle such as Hecarim. You know,
Yeah.
if Kale's pushing into Shen, which is going to naturally happen, especially um after Kale gets that range, run topside and you split the map, but create that topside pressure to not let Kale get that free farm and get that free push on your Shen, so that your Shen can then just sit there and basically freeze under tower.
Mm-hmm.
And now Kale might be getting the XP she needs, but you limit the amount of gold she gets, and she can't scale that fast. Like, yeah, she hit 16 right as the Nexus was destroyed, but Kale had three complete items plus boots.
that is
That's all she needs.
That's insane at 27 minutes though, and you see the damage. If we have any statistics fans in the chat right now, nice little normal distribution coming through for the unicorns, but clearly skewed in terms of the damage coming out. Just like 21k in 27 minutes, and yeah, you couldn't have said it better. You get the 3 items. I mean, if the game ends up going late, you hit your level 16, you just become an absolute monster. As if Easy Life wasn't already. Just really well done in terms of farming and just picking off some of these kills. Just another look at the lines here. 10-0-3 on that Kale. And the ultimate assist coming through here. Devil's Avocado not dying, but 8 assists on that Trundle. Very, very nice. Oh, I love it.
It's still a perfect game. 0-0 is still considered a perfect game.
Technically, there is a perfect game over on
And-
the Unicorns too, but unfortunately, they were not able to keep up with that Kale's damage and the rest of the Rhinos. Just looking so damn strong. We're going to flip it on back to the analyst desk in a second, guys, as I get the graphics and stuff up for you. But holy crap, Rhinos just on a spree tonight. Just killing it. Welcome back to the desk, guys. As Rhinos go 2-0 tonight. They take down the Falcons. They take down the Unicorns. They are hungry and they're not looking for the first place spot. They are in that first place spot, and very strongly so. Now 7-1 so far, and we're at week 4. Is this another iteration of the Sharks? Ooh, possibly.
I mean, sharks were sharks.
Sharks were animals. Loved watching the Sharks play, but this might be another team to fill that void that I'm missing this split. So
Yeah,
awesome.
I mean, you've got, not to be biased, but I mean, you have bandits and then you have rhinos. Both seem to perform exceptionally well.
Shout out to his own team. I love it. Stay humble, folks. Everybody stay humble.
I'm just like, we've seen rhinos performing this. That puts them undefeated on stream.
Mm-hmm.
That
Undefeated
is
on
like
stream. Yes. Because the only game they've lost right now has been off stream to the Rattlers, and that was last week.
So I mean, that's still, even if you get dropped a couple losses here or there, you're still showing the teams in this league. It's you cannot take us lightly. We don't need comfort picks. Awesome Sheep not getting his Jhin doesn't matter. They had the other bans in there as well, and it's just nope, it doesn't. You can ban us, and we'll still just turn around and we will punish every mistake. We'll punish you make a mistake, we punish it.
Oh, yeah, they do.
VKC did not punish the Kale early enough, and she scaled because of it. The biggest win con that I feel Unicorns had to pull off was not letting that Kale scale early game. Ash will always scale late game. Can't really help Ash. They had a rumble mid, so punishing mid to try to snowball Azir, which Azir didn't even get anything. I don't know where Hecarim focused. I mean, yes, you can see he did have 7 deaths, but even if he died, at least him pressuring the Kale topside would slow down the amount she scaled.
Oh,
and the
absolutely.
game probably would have been lasted longer with them having a higher chance of kind of coming around to that late game.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Like there needed to be some. I mean, like the early gank would have been super ideal here from the unicorns to make sure that Kale is not snowballing or getting ahead. At least keep her on par with your top laner to make sure she doesn't turn into this absolute menace and disgusting monster that she did become. Um, so I think it would have been good if the unicorns did put some focus up there because Easy Life just took this game and ran with it. And there's nothing against unicorns because a lot of that was attributed to just farming like crazy. And once those items came through, that's when the kills started to really rack up in those team fights. So just really great stuff out of Easy Life. Um, but I think there could have been more from the unicorns to make sure it didn't get to that point where it's like, okay, what you even said it. What do we do? You don't. You don't. You can't really deal
You
with that.
don't.
But
I mean, look, if going through items,
mhm.
there was no healing cut on their team.
Ah,
Like I get it. You don't as a Senna ADC, you don't have high attack speed, blah blah blah. But like Senna went from the Mirror Mana into Edge of Night, and then went into a Zeal item. Like if you have a Kale who's getting fed top lane as an ADC, you should just next buy your executioners.
yeah.
Either when you have something like Mirror Mana, obviously you do want that finish so you can get that transformed as soon as possible. But getting Executioner before Edge of Night, I think, would have helped them a lot more. And then I don't like. I feel like there's more they could have done. You could have even had the Thornmail come out from the Shen, knowing that you have an Ash Kale.
Mhm.
Getting that Thornmail damage reflected back on you instead of him building into a Spirit Visage, which, as we see, he had the Spectre's Cowl plus the Null Magic Mantle and the Rejuvenation Bead. So he went from the Sunfire going into a Spirit Visage instead of going into that Thornmail, which would have helped kind of limit the amount of damage he took, while also helping to kind of equalize the health bars on the Rhino side. So a couple itemization mistakes
Yeah.
also did not help their team at all. But
C'est la vie, my friend. But no, a lot of great points, Overcomer, and really shows you guys the importance of Grievous Wounds going into a high healing team. But guys, we are going to take a short, quick little break, and when we come back, we'll be announcing our player of the games and just a couple last minute announcements before we end our stream tonight. So the poll is live. Make sure to I gotta go and put down the correct jungler as the Devil's Avocado is back in avocado because I could spell correctly is back in this lineup. So just gonna make sure they are included in the poll. But that is going to be live right now. You guys can start voting for who you think deserves player of the game. But we will be back in 5 minutes to announce our player of the game, and then I'll just make a few announcements before we end off our stream. So see you guys in a few.
And I tried to adventure on. We
Yes, hello, welcome back. Here, I'm just gonna lower this so it's not blasting, but like, it's hype. It's hype. Welcome back, guys, to the end of our stream. What an incredible night from the Rhinos as they get a win over the Falcons and a win over the Unicorns. Just kicking some major ass tonight, and I love to see it. It's showing who the Kings are in the LRS Draft League. Really great stuff out of them, but let's I mean, this wasn't a hard choice at all. Pretty straightforward, eh, Overcomer?
Yeah, definitely pretty kind of clear as crystal where votes probably would have fallen, and you guys voted basically exactly where we predicted.
Over here, there it is. Yes, our player of the game is going to be Easy Life, going 10-0-3, a perfect KDA on the KL, and just clapping booty cheeks across the rift in that game too. Absolutely disgusting stuff coming out from Easy Life, but really great stuff to see from them. Hell of a night, really some great stuff across the board from Rhinos. They played great in game 1. They did fantastic in game 2. So just across the board, really great. And of course, yeah, I got to shout out to Awesome Sheep for the Wild Turtle moments. I don't think you understand. I'm a huge fan of Wild Turtle and being aggressive like that. He does pay for it sometimes. You definitely paid for it. That Sejuani was able to just walk up and be like, ult, free Ash. But the majority of those flash volleys were pretty freaking hype. So awesome stuff, guys. But congratulations, Easy Life, and congratulations, Rhinos, as they are now 7-1. Holy crap. Yeah, I got the instant QSS. That's totally fair. That's showing respect, and I do appreciate that. But hell of a night for us, eh, Overcomer? Oh my god.
Definitely. These players definitely know how to keep us on our toes.
Yeah, you could say that for sure. But yeah, Rhinos just looking so great in week 4. We are not. Next week will be like the halfway point. So I guess this is where we, like you said, see those teams slotting into their spots and their positions in the in this league here. So it'll be interesting to see how this league ends up going, because with only 5 teams, it is a little bit more, I guess you would say, intimate, getting to know these teams and their play style. But like, what do you do against a team like this?
Yeah, I mean, you don't. Kind of common saying at this point, but you know, you need to. I mean, if to give advice to any of the teams, like prioritize bans. I mean, yes, you want to obviously take away the threats. So you know, like Awesome Sheep on his Jin was definitely a really solid ban. But ultimately, I think what these teams need to be looking for is kind of planning out what they want their draft to look like a little bit ahead of time, and then banning out those champions that they play that also would be a threat to the team comp you're trying to draft. Because if you know they can perform on 4 champions, but only one of them is a threat to the team comp that you're trying to draft, choose that one over the other ones, because you know they'll perform on all 4 of those champions, no matter which one you ban. So at least take out the ones that'll hinder you the most, instead of just taking out, oh, this player has a high KDA and win rate, champions, take it out.
That doesn't always mean everything, because this number, you might just have a really good night where you're just popping off, and you might have another RF night. I've seen so many good games out of BKC in the past, so a little unfortunate run on that Hecarim tonight, but that's the way it goes sometimes. Sometimes you just have a rough night, but overall, in terms of what I've seen from the players on the Unicorns, it's been great stuff. Just Rhinos are just really freaking strong, so it's going to be tough dealing with them. But yep, we got our player of the game. You guys saw it there, and that will be concluding tonight's stream. So thank you for everybody tuning in and sticking with us and being patient during our breaks. It's really awesome seeing how much we're growing, having all those follows coming through. So thank you for all the follows and all the support you guys bring. Also, for anybody who saw in Discord or are just joining in tonight, we are doing something a little fun come this Thursday. I'm going to be running something that involves Twitch chat, and it's actually better the more you tune in and watch. So the more you watch this week, we do have a stream tomorrow night, 8 p.m. EST, but also on Thursday, 8 p.m. EST. That's when I will be announcing what we're going to be doing. It's something a little fun. I hope you guys will like. Some titles on the line. Who can prove themselves to be the best blank insert here, because I'm not going to tell you guys until Thursday. it is a little fun. So I hope really do that you guys like it. And if it works well, then we can continue to doing it in future splits and maybe make those prizes a little better, because right now it's decent bragging rights. I do like it. Who's going to be our big brain of Twitch chat? But we'll have to see this Thursday. But I will say this: the more you watch this week, the better your chances will be, and the more opportunities you will have with this little something I got cooking up for you guys. So, in terms of that, that's going to do it. Make sure to tune in tomorrow, where I believe it's going to be the Tigers taking on Win or Booze. Big games tomorrow, as Tigers are currently, I believe, 5-0. I want to say 5-0. They're doing really, really well. And when you guys see this logo at the end of the stream, you can't beat it. You really can't beat it. It's a fantastic logo. And last but not least, guys, don't forget to go check out the merch. We got some kick-ass merch floating around in our shop. My sweater just came in, so I'm just in Ontario. It took about 2 weeks to get to me, but this thing is cozy as hell, and I'm in love with it. It looks great. It's made by by Champion, I think that's right. So only the best here at Legends Esports. Am I right, Overcomer?
Exactly. We got to provide top-notch quality everything. Got top-notch stream. We've got top-notch merch for you all to buy. So
top-notch casters and top-notch players, and we couldn't do it without the top-notch Twitch chatters here. So thank you again, everyone out there in chat, watching, tuning in, and hanging out with us tonight. It's been a wonderful stream, and we will catch you tomorrow night and Thursday as well. But make sure to be tuning in, because we're gonna have a little something fun for you guys Thursday. So we will see you then. Thank you again, Overcomer, for helping me cast tonight. Kick ass having you back on the bench, brother.
my pleasure. Always love being here with you.
Awesome. All right, guys, that's going to do it from us. Have a fantastic evening. Hope you're all staying safe and healthy. It's your boy, Gurf, signing out. We will see you later. Bye.
Bye.